in the heart of Rome, in the year of our Lord 109. Long after the great wars had been fought and won, and long before the empire's final twilight, a different kind of battle was waged daily, not in the Grand Colosseum, nor on distant, dusty plains, but here, in the humble, flickering confines of a forge. Here, where fire and steel, sweat and sinew met in a timeless dance. My name is Gaius. I am a asterisk. Faber Ferrarius. Asterisk a swordsmith. My father was a swordsmith, and his father before him. Our family has served the legions, the senators, and the gladiators of this great city for generations. We do not deal in monuments of marble or scrolls of philosophy. We deal in something far more intimate, far more decisive, the soul of a warrior, captured in steel. Look around. This place is not grand. The air is thick with the ghosts of 1,000 fires. The floor stained with the sweat of centuries. Every hammer, every pair of tongs, every stone and velde, all bear the marks of my ancestors. They are not just tools. They are extensions of a legacy, a silent testament to the craft. And the craft, well, the craft is everything. It begins not with fire, but with earth, the iron ore, pulled from the deep veins of the land. It arrives coarse, impure, a lump of raw potential. It holds no story yet. It is my job, my purpose, to give it one, to coax from this rough stone a spirit of its own. The first step is purification. The fire must be coaxed to life, not with a roar, but with a patient, steady breath. I feed it charcoal, the blackened bones of ancient trees. The bellows, like the lungs of a sleeping giant, push life into the embers. The heat begins to build, a living thing, a hungry god demanding sacrifice. Into this heart of flame, I introduce the ore. And so, we wait. This is a lesson the forge teaches you early: patience. You cannot rush the fire. You cannot command the steel before it is ready. You can only watch, listen, and learn its language. The glow deepens from a cherry red to a brilliant, sun-like yellow, then to a blinding white. The impurities, the dross, begin to separate, weeping away like sweat. What remains is purer, stronger. This is the first trial by fire, the first test of its character. Once the bloom of iron is ready, the real work begins. This is where the music of the forge truly starts. The ring of the hammer on the anvil. It is a rhythm I have known since I was a boy, a song that runs in my blood. Each strike is deliberate. It is not about brute force. It's a conversation. I am not beating the metal into submission. I am persuading it, guiding it, shaping its destiny with every blow. See how the sparks fly? They are like fireflies in the gloom, each one a tiny fragment of the blade's past, being shed to make way for its future. With each series of strikes, the metal compresses, the grain aligns. It becomes denser, harder, more resilient. I fold the steel upon itself, again and again, hammering it flat, then folding it once more. This is how you build layers, how you create strength from within. Each layer is a memory, a story of pressure and purpose, forged into its very being. A blade is not just one piece of metal. It is 1,000 layers of history, bonded together by fire and will. The shape begins to emerge from the glowing bar of iron. It is a familiar form, one that has carved the borders of our world. The gladius, the broad, leaf-shaped blade, the deadly point. It is designed for one thing, the decisive thrust. It is an extension of the legionary's arm, an instrument of Roman will, but before it can serve an emperor or a gladiator, it must first serve me. It must meet my standards. I quench the blade. This is the moment of truth. Plunging the incandescent steel into the quenching trough, be it water or oily, is a shock to its system. The rapid cooling locks the structure of the steel, giving it its final hardness. It is a violent, screaming birth. Too fast, and it becomes brittle, liable to shatter at the first impact. Too slow, and it remains soft, its edge dueling with a single clash. The hiss it makes is the blade's first cry, a protest against its sudden, hard reality. You must listen to that sound. It tells you if the soul of the blade is true. After the quench comes the tempering. Hardness alone is not enough. A blade that is too hard is a blade that can break. It must have flexibility, the ability to bend without breaking. So, it returns to the fire, but a gentler one. This time, I watch the surface of the polished steel as the heat creeps back into it. A straw-colored hue appears, then a bronze, then a peacock blue. This patina of color is the steel, telling me its temper. I am looking for a specific shade, a deep straw gold, the color of late afternoon sun on a wheat field. That is a color of resilience. That is the balance between hardness and toughness. Now, the blade exists. It has form, hardness, and temper, but it does not yet have a voice that comes from the sharpening stones. This part of the process is quiet, meditative. The rhythmic scrape of steel on stone replaces the clang of the hammer. I use stones of different grits, from coarse to fine, slowly, meticulously refining the edge. It is a process of revealing, not creating. The edge was always there, hidden within the steel. My job is to pare away everything that is not the edge. I feel it with my thumb, cautious, no in touch. The bite of the steel tells me when it's ready. It must be sharp enough to shave the hair from my arm. A silent, perfect cut. This is the mark of a master's edge. Finally, the hilt. The blade is the soul, but the hilt is its connection to the hand of man. I shape the guard, the grip of wood or bone, the heavy pommel that provides the balance. Every part must fit perfectly. The balance must be exact, so that the blade feels not like a tool, but like a part of the wielder's own body. When a man holds this sword, he should not feel its weight. He should feel its power. And there it is. From a lump of earth and a spark of fire, a weapon is born, an object of terrible beauty. It has taken days of sweat, fire, and focus. It carries the heat of the forge in its heart, the strength of the anvil in its spine, and my intention in its edge. People see the finished product. They see the gleaming steel, the sharp edge. They see an instrument of power, but they don't see the process. They don't see the failed attempts, the blades that cracked in the quench, the hours of labor that went into a single, perfect fold. They don't understand that true strength isn't created in an instant. It is forged, layer by layer, through pressure, through fire, through repeated, dedicated effort. This is the lesson of the forge, and it is a lesson for life. Anything of worth, a strong character, a great empire, a lasting Louise, not found or given. It is made, it is built through trial and error, through the heat of adversity and the constant, rhythmic strike of dedication. You must purify your intentions, hammer your resolve, quench your spirit in challenges, and temper your soul with wisdom. The next time you see something that inspires you with its strength or beauty, remember the forge. Remember the unseen hours, the relentless effort, and the patient hand that shaped it. For within every great achievement lies the simple, profound truth of the swordsmith. What is forged in fire endures. Thank you for joining me in my forge today. If this story of steel and spirit resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more tales from the forge. Your support helps us keep the fires burning. Until next time, may your will be as strong as steel.